Okay. As if nothing would hurt me ever again. We spent the whole night. We spent the whole day together. As the sun went down, we returned to Osafun's tiny station, ready to head home. It was there, on the platform, that I decided to come clean, to tell Hiro everything I had done. Hiro, there's something I need to tell you. Yeah, a few weeks ago, when you weren't looking, I know, Miki. I know what you did, and I know what happened to you as a result. You do? Enra's been monitoring the situation. She's been following you and watching every step of the way. I'm sorry, Hiro. I'm so sorry. No, I'm sorry. You have nothing to apologize. No, you have nothing to apologize for. I should have stopped you, Miki. I could have, but I didn't. Enra's told me she's seen you holding my notebook that day on the bridge. I suspected you'd opened it and read the passages about Yumi and Katsu. So I asked Enra to follow you, to keep track of what you were doing. I told her not to stop you, to just let you follow your instinct, to let you keep following them right to the bitter end. I thought it would teach you a lesson. Well, now you've learned the lesson, haven't you? A lesson about how cold I am, how heartless I must be to have let you go through something like that. It was a little rough, yeah, but hey, we are even. Now we are both miserable. Miki, today was the most unmiserable day of my life. Me too. What a perfect moment. Leave it to me to totally wreck it. Sorry, I can't just believe I just did that. I can't. We walked for miles today. You must be exhausted. No, I'm feeling fine. I feel pretty good. Actually, here, use my shoulder. Your shoulder? Yeah, go on. There you go. Just relax. Go rest. Get some rest. What do you do with the most wonderful day you've ever had? Once that day is over, well, if you are like me, you refuse to let it be over. You stretch it out. You relive it. You wallow in it for days and days. At first, I feared the whole thing was a fluke, never to be repeated. But it turned out to be just the first of many such days Hiro and I shared that summer. By the end of July, we were pretty much inseparable. And though neither of us dared to say it out loud, we were clearly becoming more than just friends. Sometimes, especially when we had to say goodbye, Hiro would get this look in his eyes, this look of great seriousness, of both fear and anticipation, a look that told me we had started down a forbidden road, and that we would soon be past the point of no return, or indeed that we were already past that, and had passed it long ago. One morning, I awoke to find a note tucked tucked into my window screen. Dear Mickey said, we both know that things can't keep going on the way they are. I'm ready, and I know you are too, to take the next step. Meet me at Matsumoto Temple this afternoon, noon after school. And so I hurried to Matsumoto Temple later that day, my head whirling with questions about what the next step might be, and why Hiro, with all the temples in Fukuyama to choose from, had picked one where the only regular visitors were stray dogs and rats. Kind of creepy, isn't it? Still, I figured it would be perfect place for us to have a little chat. No one to interrupt us, for one thing. Even better, the steps are the only way back down the mountain, and provided I'm nearer to them than you are, we just might cure the nasty habit you have of making sudden dramatic exits. Where's Hiro? I'm afraid he's standing you up, Miki. I don't think you should hold it against him, though, since he doesn't even know you are up here. Hiro didn't write the note. You did. Oh dear. Which line gave me away? The one about you two being ready for the next step? Is this how you abuse yourself? By deceiving people you hardly even know? Don't act so scandalized, Mickey. Forging a note is like child's play to me. I'm a deliverer, remember? Deceiving humans is what we do. I've thought you'd be used to all this by now. You've witnessed Hiro's deceptions. Why? I'll bet you've been on the receiving end of some of them, haven't you? What goes on between Hiro and me is no business of yours. On the contrary, Mickey, what's going on between you two is the business of all deliverers. And the only reason I didn't blow the whistle on you weeks ago is because Hiro asked me not to. But that doesn't mean I'm just going to stand here and do nothing. While you waltz around like the rules don't apply to you. Well, they do apply to you, Mickey, and I'm here to make sure you start obeying them. It's not your decision to make, Hiro. Hiro will do what he feels is right. He knows the rules as well as you do. Yeah, well, he's clearly forgotten one of them. He can't be with you. He can't. Deliverers can only be with deliverers. There's no other kind of relationship we can have. So why are you wasting Hiro's time? Why are you being so incredibly selfish as to keep tempting him into these pointless little pseudo-flings that can lead him to nothing but complete and utter disgrace? Nobody's tempting anyone here, Reika. Hiro spends time with me because he likes to. Yeah, and some people like to do heroin. Heroin, Mickey, that doesn't mean it's a good idea or that we should allow them to do it. It's not like that. It is like that, Mickey. What you are doing is bad for Hiro. You are bad for Hiro. And if you would stop deluding yourself for even a second, you would see that for the ugly little fact that it is. You have no right to call anyone selfish. You're only doing this because you are pursuing Hiro. I don't need to pursue him, Mickey, because he's already mine. He's always been mine, and he'll continue to be mine long after I've put an end to your pathetic attempt to steal him away from me. Well, you might want to let Hiro know about that, because he tells anyone who asks that you are just an old friend. Well, what are you? Has he ever kissed you, or taken you in his arms, or even held your stupid little hand? Of course not. He wouldn't do those things with you. He couldn't.